I never beat that game. And to watch somebody exploit the game and beat that shit in like 25 minutes is amazing to me for some reason. Miss one trick and it's fucking over. Lose 2 seconds, lose a half a second, and the world record fucking completely disappears. It might happen 1 out of 100 times, but when that one time happened, you can get that fucking record. The goal isn't to hide the secrets, it's to see how far a game can be pushed. It's the top 1% of the 1% beating a game that they're really fucking good at. What up, World Wair team? Back at it again. Welcome to the episode. Thank you for watching the podcast or listening to it, whichever one you prefer. I truly appreciate it. Hopefully I have an audience. Hopefully somebody's listening to it. Hopefully I'm not talking to myself. Even if I am, I'm going to still continue to do this even without listeners. I'm going to continue to do this until I get people to listen. So if you're out there, I'm still doing it. And I will continue to be putting out episodes. Anyway, so today's topic, something I love. I am a big video game fan. I used to be huge into video games until I started working in the video game industry, and that shit burned me out. But I still watch a lot of fucking videos on YouTube and watch people play video games on YouTube. I'm not into Twitch for some reason. I just like watching this shit on YouTube for some reason, even better. But anyway, my point is, imagine somebody playing Nintendo 64 for the 500th time. No new story, no new graphics. The same game they've already beaten hundreds of times. Millions of people watch speedruns every year. So why? That's the question. What makes watching someone play a game as fast as possible so entertaining? For me, I don't know. Like I said, I play a lot of video games, and a lot of these games that I watch speedruns of, usually it's games that I didn't beat as a kid. So if I'm watching like The Adventures of Bayou Billy. The Adventures of Bayou Billy. I never beat that game. And to watch somebody exploit the game and beat that shit in like 25 minutes is amazing to me for some reason. And the fact that I watch it at 2 times speed too, so I get through the videos pretty quick. And watching them beat the game so fast is like, it's amazing. I watch games done quickly and all that shit on YouTube.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm GTAce. I play Mario a lot. You might remember me from last SGDQ. I did the one-handed warpless run. That went really well. So I'm using the same exact cartridge I used for that run. Hopefully the luck continues. But yeah, now I'm going to use both my hands and do an any % run, which should only take 5 minutes. This is a big deal because this hasn't been a showcase run at a main GDQ since AGDQ 2014, I believe.
It's so fucking good to me. Let me know in the comments if you guys watch that shit, because I enjoy watching speedruns. Like watching Zelda beat in fucking 15 minutes and shit like that. That shit is amazing to me. So in my opinion, it's like watching elite athletes. It's the top 1% of the 1% beating a game that they're really fucking good at. Most people think that speedrunning is just about playing a game super fast. But it's really not. It takes years of fucking practice to get this shit. These motherfuckers study pixels and all that shit. They do what's that? The tool assisted shit to see if they can take seconds off of a fucking game. Like there's the Mario 1. People play this shit a million times just to get that one perfect run. It's fucking amazing to me.
On April 7th, 2021, speedrunning history was made.
Enough. Oh my god! Yes! Yes, dude!
Super Mario Bros. Was completed in 4 minutes and 54.948 seconds by Niftski. In the past, when assessing the Super Mario Bros. Speedrun's future, one could always dream that one day the next second barrier could be broken. Well, not this time. 454 is the perfect speedrun. At first glance, you may wonder if this speedrun is legitimate, why is it impressive, and why 454 is the final second break ever for this game. Let's answer all of those questions and more. This is the Super Mario Bros. World Record Speedrun Explained.
Every jump, every movement, every fucking mistake has been practiced thousands of times. Just like when watching an NBA player, an Olympic sprinter, you're watching someone perform at the high level. Like I saw this video and the guy was talking about the Tetris champion or whatever. I play Tetris, but I can never get at that level of Tetris playing. It's fucking unbelievable.
Tetris. We all know it, and we all love it. Few games have had the lasting legacy of Tetris. There have been versions released on nearly every console and smartphone ever made, and to this day, these new versions remain popular among fans and casual gamers alike. But perhaps the most well-known version of Tetris is the version released on the Nintendo Entertainment System back in 1989. Gamers never stopped playing it ever since its initial release, and in recent years, it's absolutely exploded in popularity. There are huge in-person tournaments, monthly competitions online, and most importantly, a crazy chase for the high-score world record. This record has had 35 years of history, featuring some of the best players to ever pick up an NES controller, and it has one of the most insane stories from start to finish that I've ever seen. This is the history of NES Tetris World Records.
I know that's not a speedrun thing, but watching these people do the same level over and over again, and then, you know what's devastating? When you get to the point where you're almost finished and you fuck up and you know your run is over, that's probably the worst feeling ever because they've done this thing 1,000 times and to get to that perfect point where they have an opportunity to break the record and they fuck up, it's like devastating to watch. I am thoroughly a fan of watching speedrunning.
Nothing is worth continuing. Every mistake equals reset. I'm a speedrunner. That's what we do. We always reach for the reset button. That is what makes us speedrunners. Reset.
I'm gonna have to write a report on this.
Fuck. No! Oh dear. I was expecting to die, don't worry about it.
Ah, merda! Merda!
I think we as humans love watching perfection. We're fascinated with mastery, whether it's a chef, a pianist, a basketball player, or a speedrunner. Watching someone execute something almost perfectly is satisfying, especially when it looks impossible. There's like, I watched the speedrun of Super Mario 64, and the guy got so far and he fucked up and he was fucking devastated.
No, dude. No, not like that, bro.
In games like that, you have to fucking, you don't want to start over. Like, that shit sucks to start over. I was watching the speedrun of Punch-Out, and I think he was just trying to beat Mike Tyson. There's like a certain amount. He was trying to beat Mike Tyson in the first round, which is super hard to do. I beat Mike Tyson in Punch-Out, and to beat him in the first round is fucking magnificent. And the way they try to shave off points from control and manipulation and shit like that is truly a science. And they put a lot of work into doing that shit. So like I said, this is what makes speedruns so intense. One mistake and it's all over. The entire run can end because of one fucking mistake. One missed jump, miss one trick, and it's fucking over. Lose 2 seconds, lose a half a second, and the world record fucking completely disappears. That creates tension almost every second. So I watched this guy on YouTube called Mitch Flower Power, and he plays Mario 3. I think he's the world record holder in Mario 3 speedrunning. And he goes through so many fucking runs just to try to get one perfect run. And he knows exactly when he fucks up and definitely hits the reset button. Reset button. Even if it happens in the first stage, reset button. It could be the fucking last stage and he fucks up, reset button. It fucking sucks to do that much work and to make one mistake and it all comes to an end off of one fucking mistake. It's just like I said, when you watch a sporting event and you want to see the best perform at the best, and watching a speed run is the best performing at the best. I love video games, and there's no way I can speed run through any game. I was back in the day when I used to play MLB on 360. I played MLB 2K 10, 11, 12, and I was a top 5 player in those games, and that was before this shit was really a big deal, and that was a big deal for me. But to be consistently good at speedrunning is an amazing thing. So one of the best parts about speedrunning, in my opinion, is breaking a game. Speedrunners just don't just beat games; they find ways to break the game. And working in QA as a QA tester, that is amazing, especially for older games, because a lot of older games you didn't have patches, so there was no way to fix these bugs in these games. Most of these speedrunners discover glitches developers never knew existed, like walking through walls, skipping half the game, teleporting across maps. Sometimes they understand the game better than the people who made them. Like in Super Mario, the first Mario, there's so many wall jumps and skips that you can do to completely break the game. I think Zelda 2, A Link to the Past, there's like a game wrap where you start at the beginning and you can go to the end and you finish the game in like 5 minutes.
New game. Pick any name you like. I'll of course be using Psycho. Then go through the opening text here. Afterwards, you're gonna go to the castle same as you would in a normal playthrough. All you do is go out of the building here, throw these bushes, go up, across this bridge, to the right, up, and under this bush. Next, you're gonna go to the left, get your sword from your uncle here. Nice. And then go down through these few screens here, throw these bushes, and go up into the main part of the castle. You're gonna walk on top of this ledge, jump off, and then in midair, press select and save and quit. Now start your file back up, and it'll put you back here. Walk through again and go back to the main room. Be careful not to get hit by any enemy. If you get hit, it's gonna screw up the glitch, so you have to go back to the ledge, jump off, save in midair again. Now once you get up here without getting hit, go in the room to the left here. Walk over a bit, then hold down B to pull out your sword. You want to hit your sword on the wall by walking into it just to get the attention of this enemy here. After you do this, hold left and continue to hold left until the enemy hits you. If done correctly, this will put you through the wall and you can walk around out of bounds. Once you're out of bounds here, you want to walk just a couple steps left. If you don't do that when you walk up, you're gonna jump back into bounds here. Gosh darn. Now once you've walked left a couple steps, walk up 2 screens. Now walk to the right. You'll be able to see Link just a little bit through the crack here. You want to get Link to this spot right here. If you walk too far to the right, you'll end up on a dark screen. If this happens, just hold left to go back to the previous screen. Now once Link is right here, all you have to do is hold up on the D-pad. You'll go through screen after screen. And eventually you'll walk past Ganon and Ganon 2, and then bam, you'll hit the end credits. And that is it. You have just beaten Link to the Past. Well done. This is a pretty easy glitch to perform, so I definitely recommend you guys give it a shot. This works on the Super Nintendo, and I believe the Virtual Console as well. I tested this on the Game Boy Advance, and I could not get it to work, though you can try if you want. And that's gonna wrap things up. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.
So these people actually find ways that are legal to break the game. There are some cheaters, which I fucking hate. If you have to cheat to fucking set a record, you're the worst of the worst. Do the shit the right way. And a lot of these people that do these speed runs do it the right way. They find a glitch or something that the developers originally didn't put in the game, and they manipulate it, and they beat these games within fucking 5 to 10 minutes. And it's always amazing to me. So unlike most sports, the biggest opponent in speedrunning isn't the player, it's the previous best time. Every run asks one question: can I do it better? That constant chase for improvement keeps both the runner and the audience invested. That's when the tool assistance thing comes into hand. So with the tool assistance, you can see how fast a game can be completed. Some of this shit is impossible because the computer can do things that humans can't do it on their own, but it gives these speedrunners a chance to see what can be humanly possible. And I love when I watch a video and they explain what the tool assistant tool did to show them to get this to work or whatever. I find that fascinating because people put a lot of work and time into setting these records. And once they find these different things that the computer can do, they try it over and over again. And sometimes that shit works in real life. Sometimes things that people think aren't humanly possible happen. It might happen 1 out of 100 times, but when that one time happens, you can get that fucking record. Just when that one time happens, you definitely have to make sure that you don't fuck up or whatever.
Have you ever wondered what the perfect speedrun would look like? If you made no mistakes, if you were the luckiest possible, and if you could have instant reflexes, just how amazing would that be? This is what tool-assisted speedrunners have done for years. However, it is one of the most widely misunderstood concepts in speedrunning, and perhaps gaming as a whole. Let's see what it is, how and why people do it, and clear up some of the mystery behind tool-assisted speedrunning. First, what is a tool-assisted speedrun? A tool-assisted speedrun, TAS or TAS for short, is a set sequence of controller inputs that completes a task in a video game while optimizing for time. This is a bit of a daunting definition, so let's analyze it. Before we get to it though, we need to distinguish between a regular and a tool-assisted speedrun. A regular speedrun is a performance done in real time, like a concert or a play. A task is a creation polished over a long period of time, like a painting or a sculpture. Now, what does a set sequence of controller inputs mean? Think of it like a player piano. Player pianos use rolls of paper with holes that dictate which notes to play at what time. A task works exactly the same way. Taskers write a sequence of button presses and feed it into the game using an emulator or a modified controller. Completing a task in a video game is pretty straightforward. It usually means beating the game, but it can also be a specific level or an arbitrary objective. Sometimes, a restriction is added to make it more interesting, such as avoiding the use of the A button in a Mario game, or never using any doors in a Zelda game. Finally, optimizing for time is also straightforward. The goal of a speedrun is to go as fast as possible, so the same is true for tool-assisted speedruns. One thing to note is that tool-assisted speedruns are a subset of a similar concept called tool-assisted super plays. They're identical in nature, but the super play category also considers high-score runs, glitch exhibitions, and good old messing around in the game. We're gonna focus our attention on the speedruns, but almost everything said here applies to tool-assisted super plays in general.
And I think that part is the most, the hardest part of a game, because just like in sports, under pressure, things get a lot more difficult when you try to do things under pressure. If you remember correctly, a couple years ago, MLB 2K had this contest where you can win $1 million to pitch a perfect game in a video game. So I competed in several times, and I actually got a couple no-hitters or perfect games or whatever. But I didn't win because you have to have a certain amount of points or whatever. But anyway, you get to the 9th inning and you need 3 outs, and suddenly your buttons are fucked up. I've lost a bunch of perfect games in the 9th inning playing that game. It's just like in sports when you're down on the clock and you got 3 seconds to go. You gotta take that shot. You get fucking nervous, you tense up and shit. So when speedrunners get to the point where they get the trick off and they realize they got the trick off, now the rest of the game, the easy part that they usually know, it becomes 10 times harder because there's that pressure of, oh shit, I did this. Now I gotta do everything that I've always done to get this shit right. And sometimes they crack under pressure and they have to start all over, 1,000 more plays just to get that one situation. It's amazing to watch.
Oh my god, I'm so shaky. Holy shit. Oh, holy fuck! What? No way! No way! Oh my god, I can't even do anything. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. What just happened? Ridiculous.
You're freaking mad. You did it.
That's so crazy. I know. Oh my god. That was like the scariest World 8 I've ever done. Oh my god. Yeah, Matt, your birthday! Yeah! Yeah, go show the camera. Yeah, we did it on your birthday, bud! On the birthday. Holy shit! Oh my god. Well, let's fucking spread it! Oh, here's my lunch! Holy crap, man! Yo, it's got an off-screen wand grab in it! Yes! Yes, dude! It's got an off-screen wand grab in it! Holy shit! Fuck yeah, dude! Let's go, man! It's fuck! Holy shit! Finally a fucking run that actually portrays the skill! Fuck yeah, dude! Thank you! God damn it!
Well done. Amazing.
You can beat this run? Holy fuck! Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but I'm just blown away. Red Splitting World 1 run sucks. Yo, we almost made it to 2K subs. Thank you guys so much for the support, man. That is fucking insane. I don't think some of you like understand this run. It's so stupid. What the fuck? What in the actual fuck? I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm lost.
So one thing people don't realize about the speedrunning community is it's not about competition. The community works together. I've watched videos of people trying to help each other out. They root each other on. They stream this shit, and they have live streams of like their competitors actually watching them and wanting them to get the records or whatever. When somebody finds a faster strategy, they usually share it. Everyone benefits. The goal isn't to hide the secrets. It's to see how far a game can be pushed. And that's what I love about, even though I'm not in the speedrunning community, that's what I love about it. They don't hoard their secrets. They want everybody to know. If somebody finds a strat or something that can shave off a 1/10 of a second or whatever to a video game, they share it to everybody to see if that person can do it. And they push each other to set that record and get it lower. Like I said, I watch these videos of people competing in things, and it's amazing. The one YouTuber that I watch, his YouTube channel is about watching speedrunners or whatever. What the fuck is his name? Summoning Salt. He's one of the best persons to talk about speedrunning. He's amazing. First of all, his voice is amazing. And you can find him on YouTube. His voice is amazing, and he explains it so well. And he has people on his channel talking about how they broke the records and shit like that. I think he's the #1 Mike Tyson punch out speedrunner or whatever. But he's so excellent at explaining how speedrun works and explaining the different glitches and stuff that these guys do in order to reach the record. I think he's amazing. One of my favorite channels. When he puts out a video, every video gets like over 1 million views. So if you haven't seen Summoning Salt, definitely check his videos out. He's amazing, and I highly recommend it if you want to learn about speedrunning, because he's like a fucking teacher in speedrunning. He's unbelievable.
Wii Sports is the best-selling single-platform video game of all time. Chances are you've played it before. And if you have, you probably think it doesn't lend itself well to speedrunning. Most games have a clear objective: go from start to finish as fast as possible. How do you do that in Wii Sports? I made a video about Wii Sports Resort Golf a while back. Imagine the precision and skill involved with speed golf multiplied by 5 sports. Here's the story of the gamers who've done it. This is the history of Wii Sports World Records.
The best speedrunners aren't just fast. They're history. When someone is on world record pace, thousands of viewers are all thinking the same thing. Can they actually do it? One tiny mistake and months of work are all gone. That's fucking drama that you can't fucking strip. They get such huge audiences for these speed runs, especially when they're close. You know, I watched the gaming, what's that shit called? The speedrunning channel where the gaming's done quickly. And to do that shit live in front of an audience is actually amazing. So I'm watching a Contra run through, for example, and they're doing a 2-player Contra thing, and they're going through it while talking at the same time without dying. You know how fucking hard that is to play a game like Contra where you're constantly getting shot at, and to do it in 2-player mode with your partner. I thought that shit was amazing. So it's when you're watching them do it live, and to break a record live, that is some shit. It takes a lot of concentration, and to talk while doing it is one of the best things to do in live shit. I guess I don't even know what the words to fucking say to explain that.
Oops. Nice. Great way to start the run, That was perfect. That was just for swag. But anyway, so it's a little interesting on 2 players. The way the screen scrolls, you'll notice our characters are way up to the front. And what we have to do here is just kind of be careful to watch each other's backs. That's why Rod is shooting up at an angle. He's going to try to take out any potential trolls that just might pop up in my face and shoot me.
Yeah, and this is a low percent run, so what that means is no weapon upgrades.
Can we just reset or do you just want to kill yourself?
Well, yeah, just as I say that, you accidentally picked one up, so I don't know.
Alright, so we accidentally got an F, so
just go ahead. Oh yeah, we'll just pretend that again. We'll just get that happen. Yeah, that does happen, man. It's pretty easy. Actually, you'd be surprised how often that could happen.
People sometimes grace those power-ups.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and like Link said in the interview they did earlier, this game is known for its trolls, and so just trying to pretty much put bullets wherever they can as they're progressing the screen. That way, just in case any enemy just randomly appears, they'll take care of it, and that's stage 1.
Interesting start.
But it's definitely better than live TV, especially when somebody is at the point of breaking a record. The people watching the stream go crazy. The person who's actually doing the streaming and setting the record is literally crying and amazed at what he's done. It's like one of the best things to see on video or on live or on those channels, whatever. So maybe people don't watch speedruns because they love the game. Maybe they watch because they love humans pushing something to its absolute limit. Whether it's sports, music, or video games, there's something fascinating about seeing what's possible when people dedicate thousands of hours to mastering one thing. Question for you guys. What's the most impressive speed run you've ever seen? Or is watching speed runs something you'll never understand? Let me know in the comments. That's gonna do it for the video. Thank you guys for listening on Spotify and Apple. Watching, if you're watching, I truly appreciate it. I'm gonna have some clips in the video of some speed runs and shit like that. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it comes off as listenable. Make sure you follow me on all social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all of that shit at Wair18Talks. Just type that in and you should find me. Remember to follow if you're not following me on Apple or Spotify. Like and comment. I respond to every comment. Thank you guys so much for listening or watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Watch some speed runs because that shit is amazing to me. Have a good one, and I will get at you guys on the next one. Later.